Hello there. Welcome back to Public Finance F5. In this video, we want to look at a question paper of November 2024. And we are going to look at question 2 on this question paper. So our first question is 2.1, which will explain 5 functions of the 10 marks. So each point will take on the SARB. Obviously, it's abbreviated as SARB. So you'd see that this is the central bank of the South African economy, and we know that the functions of the central bank is that it is responsible for issuing and destroying banknotes and coins. So remember, the main issue is to print money, but they also has the authority to destroy money. Basically, what it means is not everyone is allowed to destroy money, but only the central bank. And also, you see that the central bank is responsible for regulating and supervising financial institutions. So basically, we are saying it ensures the safety and soundness of national payment system. So these are the basic functions that we have in terms of the central bank, and we know that South African Reserve Bank is a central bank. So at the end of the day, you would see that the South African Reserve Bank is the banker to all banks, meaning all banks has got an account in the South African Reserve Bank. So we have those functions summarized in our other section, whereby we have got the first function that we have, which is it control the National Reserve Fund. Second function, it issue. It is the custodian of the country's gold reserve, lays down the monetary policy of the country. It lends money to the commercial banks. So very important. We know that when controlling the activities in the economy, the central bank, which is our South African Reserve Bank, can engage in the monetary policy whereby they adjust the monetary policy instruments so that they control activities that are there in the economy by playing around with the instruments. We've got interest rates as one of the instruments. We've got also money supply is the other instrument that can be used by the central bank to control monetary issues in the economy. So this is what we have on 2.1. So moving on to 2.2. It reads, name two houses that the South African Parliament consists of. So you see that the two houses that we have got the National Assembly in the National Council of Provinces. You see that these houses of parliament, they've got members, and these members are elected to represent constituencies. And you see that a few are elected by MPs. In terms of those members, they're elected by MPs. Some are nominated by the state president. We just have to take note of that. And others are also members elected to represent constituencies. So basically, this is what we have in terms of the houses of parliament. So basically, we can try to move on to the next part, whereby it reads list 5 sources of revenue for local government. So we can take note that it's specific, and the question is requiring from a local government point of view. So we have the sources also mentioned in our answer section, whereby we are saying the first one, arrest on property, can be also a source. We also have excess licensing fees, traffic fines, the renting of property. So we can take note that our question is requiring democratic principles. So moving on to the next question, is saying discuss 7 democratic principles for public management. So our question has got 14 marks and requires us to raise 7 points. So we also have those democratic principles again mentioned in our other section. So if you move there, you'll see that we are looking at 2.4, and these are the democratic principles that we have, whereby the first one is saying no taxes or other charges can be collected from taxpayers without their consent. And then utilization of public financial resources must satisfy the collective needs optimally. And then third one, all activities regarding public financial management must take place in the public and not under the cover of confidentiality. Then we can move on to the next one, which is social equity or justice requires political representatives and public officials to act with integrity. So we've got a rundown of those principles. The last one is public financial decision making should be fair. So these are the principles that we have. Then we can try or move on to the next question that we have, which is now 2.5, which is saying name 5 economic functions. Name 5 economic functions. So moving on to other sections, that in terms of our economic functions, we've got a stimulation of economic development, regulation of the economy to secure stability. We also have maintaining economic order to secure economic stability. So on the second one is regulation of the economy to secure stability, whereby the second one is maintaining economic order. We can just take all the difference that we have there. So you would see that this question requires 5 points. Obviously, each with 2 marks to give you a total of 10. Then on the last question is saying, who is the current Minister of Finance in South Africa? And you'd see that the current minister that we have is Mr. Enoch Godongwana, which is the Minister of Finance. So this is the last question that we have according to our question 2. And we can take note our question 2 has got 50 marks. So this is the question that we had, and we can stay tuned for more questions from the question paper of November 2025. And we are going to continue with our typical examination questions. So you can stay tuned to the channel. We can subscribe and turn on the notification button so that when you upload the new typical examination questions, we get notified. Let's meet again in the next video.